There is something a little off about you. Maybe it's the music, I don't know. But you are a twinge creepy. Hey guys, welcome back to Unmedicated and Dysfunctional. My name is Kenz. Welcome back. Today we are jumping into Chapter 3 of Scarlet Hollow. Chapter 2 left us off with a lot happening, actually. We met quite a few new characters. We're going on a ghost hunt. The mines collapsed. We saw some visions with our cousin. So, a lot going on now. And let's see what Chapter 3 brings us. Oh. We'll do a quick recap. Listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Before you get a chance to decide whether or not to answer, it opens. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you. I've been up thinking about what you went through all night. And you and the old hippie make your way back to the kitchen. She gives you one of Tabitha's few mugs. A thorough rinse before pouring a steaming tea from her thermos. Just don't make yourself a burden, alright? I have a lot to do today. Or are we talking about a certain young man who may or may not have caught the boss's eye? That's Sam Wayne fella, isn't it? Whatever, if anyone asks, we never talked about it, got it? I don't want to disappear too. Duh! Here he is, Sam Wayne with a bag over his head. I'm the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety, don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. Whatever you're looking for, you're barking up the wrong tree, so just go someplace else before. Tabitha once again trails off. Both she and Stella have noticed the girl in the wood with the dark braid and glasses sneaking along the ridge. It's Rosalina, Kanika. We found her. She's headed up the hill. They went in? Does Stella have no sense of self-preservation? My dad says our house is haunted. Ghost hunting. Let's go. But she was interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering over the front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like a deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light of your phone illuminates the chamber. Kenz, are you alright? You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Thank God. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. We're not friends with Becca anymore, BT dubs. Tabitha doesn't say a word as her car cuts along the darkened road. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. When you close your eyes, you can see a shadowy figure that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and the vision it imparted upon you. Wake up. I like the music feels so eerie. They did such a good job with the music. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. That was only day 2? That was only day 2? As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck on your skin. Yeah, we need to go take a shower. We stank. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs with soot and ashes down the drain, you every minute feel... Yeah, anytime we have a mystical option, that's what I'm going to go with, because that's like our power that we picked at the beginning. So we'll go with that. Every minute feels like another thread holding this town together starts to unravel. Thoughts of doom consume me. Every minute feels like another thread holding this... Oh, I just read that. You're done here. We're done. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Okay, we're gonna go check on our possum. Jesus, he has a buddy! There are 2 of them now. Oh, wave at them. Hi, do possums. Oh, possums. Let's give them a little pet. Against your better judgment, you reach out to the possum's hands outstretched. Oh, well, it was worth a shot. Maybe now they'll leave your dresser and return to nature, where they belong. No, they belong in my dresser. They're my favorite animal. Let's look out the window, see if he's back. He is not. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding the boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. Okay, cool. So we got that figured out. Let's message your group chat. Yeah, let's go through the group chat. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Let's see. What's the game plan? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Alright, let's head downstairs. If it's a group chat, I don't feel like we need to message them independently as well. So we'll go ahead and start exploring. Oh! People are here. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as the red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room. It's almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress-eating ice cream for breakfast. Hello? Hi, I'm Kenz. Is this someone I'm related to? Good morning, I'm Janie, just here to do my weekly cleaning, whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are 2 completely different things, I suppose. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company. What with everything that's... Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. And am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Hey, Tabitha, how's it going? I think we're both struggling a bit here. There was a massive mine collapse last night that almost got my cousin killed. So I'm a little stressed. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening. So you're coming with me. Yes, let's do a little street smart. So yeah, so we picked mystical and street smart at the very beginning, so anytime either of those pop up, we'll take them. I'll be out there in a couple of minutes. I feel like poop from last night, and I still have to wrap up my morning routine. Look, I get it, but there's a lot on my plate today, and I want to spend some time with you before the morning's things start piling on. I've already waited long enough for you to get up. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go arranging everything. I'll know. As you ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the 2 of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in all that. You 2 did the right thing by those kids, though. What a blessing everyone's getting out of the situation, all right. Ooh, last night was an unavoidable tragedy, but I'm afraid there's more to come. Yeah, that's probably a really weird thing to say. There's more and more tragedy will happen. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be friends with me. Oh dear, that sounds just dreadful. Have you considered maybe stopping by the church at some point this week? My husband's a pastor, and he's been going absolutely stir-crazy since we've moved here, with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. Wait, you're married to that creepy youth pastor? Let's not say that. We're just gonna be polite. Sounds wonderful, thank you for the offer. Of course, he's always ready and willing to talk to people, so feel free to stop by the church anytime. The door's always open. Yeah, there's no point in causing drama there, so... I'd love to chat. I hate to interrupt your work. I'm in town for another few days, though, if you've got time. Of course, like I said, feel free to swing by the church any old time. Alright, let's go. Bye, Janie. Stay safe out there, you two. That character suddenly makes so much more sense. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate into her car. The ride into town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. At least she wants to spend time with me, so we'll take that as a win. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. And what are we doing in the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh, I got you picking up tea. Gotta get that tea. It means drama. Yeah, I'm picking up tea. Why are you saying it all weird? Oh, slang for drugs. That's... Wink. Did you think I was taking you with me to buy drugs? I'm picking up normal tea for drinking. Sure you are. You wink at your cousin, her face tightens into a all too familiar scowl. I'm just not going to say anything. I'm making it worse. You and Tabitha turn to the door to the general store. Bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Oh. Kanika storms off the door, slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. I'm glad she's finally letting loose. Maybe her family will stop taking advantage of her. That doesn't seem like a good thing to say, but we'll say it. Her family is taking advantage of her because she lets them, not because she's normally measured and composed. A display like this means nothing if she's still here next year, and yet again the year after that. If anything, it just tightens the ties that bind her here. Why do you care so much? Because she's one of the few people in town I actually respect. It's why we don't get along. Come on already, let's go. Let's go. Oh, more people. Yeah, but he's there every day. And I know he comes in to see you every now and then, so... I hardly think Mr. Tremaine... not coming into the diner for one day is something to worry about. Well, if you say so, see you around, Sybil. You have a good one, dear. Oh, Tabitha, long time no see. Feels like you never make it all the way down to Main Street. Okay. Hey, I'm sure it goes without saying, but I just want you to know that all of us over at the diner really feel for you. Anything you need, just let us know. What? Avery nods politely and then leaves without saying another word. Who the heck was that? That was Avery, Tabitha from the diner. Okay, sure. Anyway, it's not important. Good morning, Sybil. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Is the new blend ready? Of course. If you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. I can't believe you tried to tell me you weren't here to buy... I think this is gonna be one of those moments where being silent and just doing as I'm told is gonna pay off the most. Be civil while we're gone, Miles. Miles rolls his eyes. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with tinkling of bells. Try and listen in. Yeah. This was a good plan. You find a settled spot near the door to listen in. The walls of the tea room are surprisingly thick, and you can only make out snippets of the conversation. Ooh. I know it. Longer, short notice aren't easy to come by. Is there enough? Just fine. Make sure this is all. Not keeping it. You only have one. Plenty of times. Okay. Not much information there, but I'm sure that'll all come together at some point. Your listening session is halted as the tinkling of the bells announce another patron. Oh. Hey. There, buddy. You look a little bit dead inside. Excuse me? Wait, you're not... Aren't you? My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Oh, no. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Have they found his body yet? Oh, I don't think that's a good thing to ask, but I want to ask it. They ain't said anything to me if they have. The policeman stopped by yesterday, but he didn't seem too bothered about it, and I ain't heard nothing from him since. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him's supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this weekend, but now he's gone, and as of this morning, so is she. So I suppose, if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my dad. Ooh, boy. You was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try to find him? Ooh, Big Betty is the cow. I don't need to ask that. Your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're the thing that have been stealing your chickens. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him exactly where it is. He died on the northwest edge of town off the off the trail. Thank you, Kenz. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere, all by his lonesome. Here's why. Yes, they're looking for the body, but he's gonna go into the woods regardless. If he doesn't know where it is, he's gonna wander through the woods longer. So that's why I decided to tell him where it is. Yeah. Unfortunately, I feel like the safest option. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast if y'all want to swing by. Otherwise, meet at the library and figure out a plan? I think I'm good. I just had a big fight. Not really hungry. Gonna chill in my van for a while if you want to hang out, though. Otherwise, see you guys at the library. Your phone buzzes one last time. This is Isaac's from the mine. You gave me your number yesterday. I'm out behind the diner if you want to talk. Yep, we're gonna go talk to him. Tabitha sure is taking her time in there. We are going to meet up with Isaac's. You probably have time to slip off and hear what Isaac's has to say before Tabitha even knows you're gone. You hold the bells on the door of the general store, quieting them as you make a silent exit. Oh, smart. Hey, you find Isaac smoking out by the dumpster behind Winnie's diner. Thought you weren't gonna show. Well, here I am. Listen, I don't have a lot of time to talk, especially with you. The guys are all riled up after last night. They're still talking action. If they saw me out here with you, they'd think I was some kind of scab. But none of them will listen to me, especially now. They've got bigger things to worry about than a single missing miner. I haven't forgotten about him, though. Anything you want to know, just ask. Ooh. Oh, goodness. Did anything happen to him at the mines? Find any weird stuff? Uncover anything that wasn't meant to be uncovered? No, I don't think so. The shifts he was picking up were all above ground, mostly operating machinery. Pretty cushy stuff, to be honest. I ran into him after we talked yesterday. But why wouldn't he come and tell me he's alright? Where is he staying? Why is he hiding from everyone? It just doesn't sound like him. I'm sure the man you think was Wayne, is really him. I'm not sure the man you think is really him. I don't know what he is now, but it doesn't feel human. Again, crazy. I sound crazy. A day ago, I wouldn't have believed you, but I've seen some weird shit since getting off work last night. Caught some kind of hairless monkey rifling through my trash, and I couldn't get this whispering out of my head. Ooh, you saw a ditchling? That's a bad omen. No shit, sounds like something Johnson would run his mouth about. Who am I to question that, though? The whole town's going to hell. Why would he be following me? Maybe he'd know. Hey! Oh no! Oh no! There we go. Damned if I know. I didn't even know you existed till yesterday. Suppose Tabitha couldn't have told him about you, so maybe he's trying to get someone close to his ex. Seems like a pathetic move to me, but relationships change people. Maybe even a man like Wayne can be broken by someone like her. So Tabitha was dating him? Yeah, it wasn't the first time either. I knew of some of the other fellows she dated. They said she was the coldest woman they'd ever met. Had a habit of dropping them a few months in before picking up the next poor son of a bitch who fell for her wiles. I guess us cold boys are pretty desperate, especially when a woman of means like that approaches you. You never know if you're going to be the one who lucks out or locks down that old family wealth. Guess Wayne wasn't lucky. Yeah, do you think Tabitha did something to him? That's a good question. Yes, I do. That, or maybe Pearl Ann. I don't know what it would be, but something happened up at that house. The weekend it went down, everyone was so up in arms about Miss Pearl Ann's death, almost nobody cared about the fact that some transplant miner had gone missing. Do you know how Pearl Ann died? Heard it was natural causes, died in her sleep. She was old and a smoker. Figured her lungs finally gave up on her. Yeah, let's figure out this action. They're probably going to start rioting or picketing and all that. What kind of action are people talking? Isaac glances around nervously. They're talking about a strike. Yeah, strike. There you go. But you didn't hear from me. What was he like? He was a light-hearted kind of guy, always joking around on the job. Amazing fella to grab beers with, not keen on doing hard work, so it wasn't too strange when he barely picked up any shifts once that relationship started. I'm sure he saw her as a bit of a meal ticket, so maybe it wasn't too smart. But he was a good friend. Closest one I had. Isaac sighs, taking one last long drag of his cigarette. I appreciate you coming by to talk. I can't say I'm happy with what you've told me, but I'm glad somebody's looking into this. Seems like everybody else is perfectly happy to sweep it under the rug. Isaac tosses his cigarette butt. It goes without saying that you'd better not go telling anyone we talked. And if you see him, or whoever is pretended to be him, tell him his buddy is worried about him, all right? You got it. Isaac heads back inside, and you find yourself alone again. We're gonna slip back into the general store. I want to tell everybody else I feel like I need that trust, so we're gonna kind of leave that the way it is. You make it to the entrance of the general store just as furious Tabitha leaves. Oh, there you are. I thought you'd run off again. What were you doing? You were taking forever and I was stuck in there with Miles. Yeah, I wanted to stretch my legs out. Ugh, fair enough. At least you're still here. I've got a couple hours to spare. I'll pick us up some sodas and we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Tabitha starts walking, motioning for her to follow. We'll follow. I will follow you. Tabitha stops in front of the small house on a quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees, just more convenient, you know? Why can't we hang out someplace normal? Yeah, we'll just keep listening. Her secret. Secret. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry, it's empty. Follow her. It's not gonna be empty. You follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda. Okay. I like her. Yeah. Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling on the couch. Though this home gives the appearance of being lived in, with its furniture and lack of dust, it feels nearly as empty as barren as the estates. There's no soul in this place, only the dream of one. Okay. So that... none of these are good options. None of these. Talk about Tabitha. Let's find out. Can I try some of that tea you picked up? It smells nice. Nope, it's sleepy time tea, and you don't want to drink it in the middle of the day. Ah, do you like living here? It's the only thing I know. I mean, you've visited other places, right? I've seen you blowing rock mug in the kitchen. My what? Oh, that must have been one of Janie's. She's always saying we didn't have enough cups. There are 3 cups in there, and that's plenty. One for me, one for Pearl Ann, and one for the occasional guest. But Janie said her husband has a ton of dumb little souvenir bugs from his travels. Not that I asked, she just tells me stuff about our family. Anyway, she said that we have mugs to spare as if I needed her charity. I guess she must have snuck a few in under my nose. I'll have to remember to toss it when I get back. Anyway, to answer your question, no, I don't travel. Too much to do. Sure, I'd like to see the Outer Banks one day, but I'm the head of the company, and it's not like anyone can cover for me. Maybe when I retire, if that ever happens. Okay. Okay. Pearl Ann was a monster. Let's see. Maybe this week... Maybe this week you can go over to the beach together. Yeah, maybe. I think I'd like that. Okay, cool. Oh, we got a smile. Look at that. Do you actually like running the mines? Of course not, but it doesn't really matter. I've had years of Pearl Ann drilling that into my head. I can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, the entire town falls to ruin. It's my burden to bear. Though I'd be lying if I said I haven't thought about running off. Ooh. What if I moved here after everything's done? I could help around the mines. I don't think you'd want to do that. Nobody should want to do that. This task is my burden, and I intend to keep it that way. Why do... She already told us why. Tabitha sips her soda, expression suddenly heavy. I guess the estate has a lot of history. This place is so new by comparison. It's like the estate is full of ghosts, pressing down on me at all the times. Pressuring me to do what they want. When I'm here, I can imagine a life where I don't have to think about 200 years of history resting on my shoulders. I can imagine just living as a bank teller or something, having a simple life. She has dreams too! Let's just enjoy the silence. Sometimes that's what you need, you know? It's a quiet moment, which is immediately interrupted by the buzzing of your phone. Almost forgot, it's Mayor Jimmy Day! Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar and Rosalina. Meet y'all there in half an hour. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird foggy morning. Wild that you're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think the news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. Somebody's popular. I gotta meet Mayor and tell him the curse on his down. Just Kanika and still making plans for Mayor Jimmy Day. Oh, is it Mayor Jimmy Day again already? What a ridiculous event. You know he's a dog, right? Oh, Mayor Jimmy is a dog? Did they fill you in on that little detail? We haven't had a human mayor in Scarlet Hollow since at least the early 1900s. We've been a dog mayor town since then. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, it sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over a little guy in a mayor's getup. Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. Oh! How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. I'm kind of nervous. Oh. Ugh. Come on, man. She just got excited to go out, and now this angry lady's gonna come and... Okay, Karen. Excuse me, Miss Scarlet. Can I help you? Becca stares at her from the distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. This must be her mother. What the heck do you think you're doing down here grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night? A mine collapse almost killed my poor, sweet, innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. Oh, sorry. It's not my fault you spend your money. You can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Mom, please, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy is advocating. It's bad parenting. Yeah, you're lucky. I'm gonna stand up for her. You're lucky your daughter didn't get herself killed last night. The way I hear it, everything was fine until you showed up. So unless you want me to sue you as well, I keep my mouth shut. What legal grounds do you even have? There are signs, places boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me. Mom, can we just go, please? If I were you, I'd listen to your brat. You haven't heard the last from us. You'll see. You'll see. Go away, lady. The woman storms off as quickly as she stormed in, Becca following at the distance. Ah, dang it, she's right. I can't just hang out around town after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if just overseeing what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I've got to have my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Tabitha's eyes straightening up, her scowl returns. Keep an eye on Stella for me until tonight. She is a loose cannon, and I want eyes on her before she causes any trouble this week, okay? Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. Go to the library. Oh, I feel bad for her. You enter the former town hall, now Scarlet Hollow's library. It's surprisingly busy. A small crowd formed in the corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here! Surprised to see you here, Kenz. I half expected you to have skipped town. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Kenz to the mayor for, like, the entire time I've known her. It'll be worth it, trust us. Alright, shall we? She should have come. Ooh, he's got a secret agent and everything. Yep, he's a dog. You can tell he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from the little sash, his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by the side, Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. He holds out his paw, as if to shake your hand. Shake his paw. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You reach forward to take Mayor's paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats or ear scratches are allowed. Isn't he just the cutest? It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow besides the nature. And all of my friends and Winnie's biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get to Mayor Jimmy. Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. Kanika is quick to follow. Follow them. Cool, that was cute. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Oh, hi, Oscar. There is something a little off about you. Maybe it's the music, I don't know. But you are a twinge creepy. Before you can catch up with your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. It's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike him. Whoever he is, you can feel the desperation to make a good first impression. A self-sustained, a self-fulfilling prophecy. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor have had some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're kenz. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. I doubt Pearl Ann's in a better place. She sounds like she was awful. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Do you know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? I've never encountered one myself, but I've heard stories of folks who have been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them with a sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Pearl Ann, or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? I think we need an exorcism. Oscar's house is haunted, and we're investigating it tonight. Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something. I'm afraid I don't buy into that particular notion. It's a bit too spiritualist. That's a weird thing for a pastor to say. Now, if it weren't a vision of one of his parents trying to contact him from heaven, I could understand that. It isn't. But simply don't believe in the malicious spirits lingering neither in heaven nor hell, jumping out of closets to scare us. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is she saw. I don't really want to get into it with this guy. Yeah. I don't want to say alright, I believe you. Let's just say I trust Oscar. I'm sure Mr. Gutierrez saw something, and I'm just suggesting he may have misinterpreted a sign from the beyond. A lot of folks are frightened when presented with such visions. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. People in this town seem to think there's something wrong with you. Are they calling me creepy again? I've heard some folks like to tell little jokes like that. Folks in this town have an interesting sense of humor. But it's really funny. Anyway, I thought I'd offer to lend an ear if you ever needed to talk through your feelings about Pearl Ann's passing. Or your mother's passing, for that matter. Thanks. I'm not really religious. There's no need to have a religious background. Counseling is much more about giving people an opportunity to be heard. I'm not going to try to convert you or anything. I just want to help support the fine folks of this community and their families in any way I can. And that includes you. No pressure, of course, but if you ever feel like you're struggling and could use a good listener, you know where to find me. No, you are creepy. You are creepy. It was lovely to meet you, and have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. The pastor leaves you behind and joins the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do but catch up with your companions. Okay, let's go find them. Oh, hey. Hey, he looks like a character from Dream Daddy. Dream Daddy. You find them already talking to someone deeper into the library. This must be Oscar. You've heard so much about... Oh, hi, Oscar. Does he know that he owes his daughter's... does he know that he owes you his daughter's life? Are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either, but I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going until that spirit is at full power. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts. I'm not going to waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all are going to be the death of me. Oh, Oscar, this is Kenz, Tabitha's cousin. She really pulled through last night. Thank you so much. Last night was almost a disaster. I can't believe that after all of that, you're helping me and Rosa again. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation? Is that what you'd call something like this? I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be all set for preparations. The only thing y'all need to bring is an open mind. Don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this. We have the power of friendship. I like that. Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable. That's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know that you all did your best to help her. Well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's. Oh yeah, we made dinner plans with our pal Reese yesterday. I'm sure his mom will be totally fine with an extra guest. Will she? Absolutely. And maybe we can get him to come ghost hunting with us. Tabitha did ask us to keep an eye on Stella. Dinner is an easy way to do that. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get back to it. See y'all tonight. Time to go. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. We wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. I think, Y'all are right, his vibes were bad. Glad you feel the same way. There's just something about the way he's smiling. It's so creepy. The man was grinning all of my dad's funeral. I'll never forget that. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. I wonder if he's cursed. I felt something odd when he came up to me, and the way everyone dislikes him seems excessive. Unnaturally excessive. I know this is weird coming from me, but not everything in this town is spooky or supernatural reasons. Sometimes people just give off bad vibes. Agreed, we're allowed to dislike him even though he hasn't done anything wrong. That we know of. Remind Tabitha about the evening's ghost hunt secretly. You discreetly shoot your cousin a text reminding her about the evening's ghost hunt. Stella and Kanika will find out about it if she actually shows up. Let's head to Reese's. Alright, we should head out. Let's go! Bow, 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 bow. The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. Reese's Pieces, Buttercup. You find yourself in front of what must be Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over a hilltop. That is a large house. That is a large, large house. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later. The sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. Yeah, that is a pretty backed up right next to the woods. Wait, Stella, before we go in there, you told Kenz about Reese's situation, right? What, his art? Oh, the illness thing. All right, that. No, we've been a little busy for small talk, you know, with all the scary things going on. God, this has been such a long week already. Well, like Stella said, Reese has an illness, so Dr. Kelly is really serious about it, so please don't make her mad. Oh, this was the lady that we ran into the woods. That was kind of nasty. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay. Hey, kid. The door swings open. Hey! Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Kenz, right? Stella told me you were coming. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are you here already? Ooh, what if Mom is poisoning him? Even though she's a doctor, that would be crazy. I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and you brought another guest. And the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy chew dog jerkies stashed away. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? I'll stay in the van. Stella... Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. Dr. Kelly quietly eyes you while the three of you wait. Fancy seeing you there. Ooh, I'm gonna call her by her first name. Hi, Joan. You will not call me that. Now get inside before I change my mind about this whole dinner. Let's get this over with. She's awful. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of the store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wander into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner, you can leave my house and go about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you end up getting to. Cool. We'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. Oh, that poor kid. You make your way towards the basement stairs. Ooh. Wow, 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 Ubsy. This is the basement of a tortured artist. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak from the piles in the corners of their room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls and paint, sneering at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, haven't been cleaning much. So... Your art. Each piece exudes a sickening miasma. It's like you can feel something squirming behind the paint, the brushstrokes acting as steel bars trapping some anguish being within. Feel the emotions you put into these. They're writhing just behind the paint, radiating pain and anguish. I know what you mean, I feel it too. When I'm working on them, it's like I'm channeling whatever's plaguing me to paint. And when they're done, I feel like I've been emptied out. And all the vile things inside of me have been sealed away in the canvas. It's why I make so many. Sometimes when I return to a piece, it's almost like I'm offering an invitation for those feelings to slither back under my skin. There are some pieces I can't even look at. I hide them until I forget they exist. I'd rather not let those particular feelings back in. Sounds kind of like therapy. That seems healthy, probably? Yeah, art therapy. Sounds like it does you good. Being empty must be better than being full of bad thoughts, right? I think so. It works for me, at least. I just noticed how long his fingernails are. Almost like vampire-y. Or like he's doing cocaine. I think so. It works for me, at least. So, has Stella told you about everything that's happened in the past couple of days? Yeah, let's go for that. Every detail. I wish I could see some of it myself, but you know. He gestures to futility towards the walls behind the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort, really. I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Ooh! Let's see. Let's see. Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they looked like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that you might have seen the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Oh yeah, that's pretty spot on. He pulls out a sketchbook from the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw in my home on my way home last night. What does it mean? They've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but it's like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think is going on with Wayne? Who? You know, the guy who's been following Kenz around, being all ominous? Oh, yeah, the slasher creep. I appreciate the class and Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look, for all our sakes. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella and Doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I hope so, but the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. You decide to leave it at that. Okay. What are you sick with? If you need someone to pose for those paintings. Oh, I do want to ask him, but I want to find out what he's sick with first. Ken's coming right out with that one, huh? We don't have to talk about your illness. Wait, if they brought it up. It's okay. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable, but one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese. I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often. From here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine. Okay. Well, what's your diagnosis? He just said he doesn't have one. So we'll go... want to come ghost hunting. See if... I know it's been brought up already, but just to see if maybe we can convince him to go. Oh, wow. Do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. That would be so amazing, but I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Alright, let's move forward. Dinner's on the table! It's dinner time! Guess that's it for catching up. Oh, I really don't want to be around her. Wash your hands with soap. I don't want to get germs. Sure thing, Doc. I already washed. Yes, ma'am. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door in the hallway. Feels out of place and accidentally wandered into a different older house, but more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. You've felt this before in the dusty tunnels of the narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum, like a muted scream heard through layers of rock, trying to draw you towards it. You feel lightheaded. Uh-oh. Well, the way that they made the glass for a second was like, wow. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn as if hypnotized. Something wants you to find it. Ooh! Open the door. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand. Your heart is full of both deep dread and compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well? A dark presence lies behind this door. Can't you feel it? That's called a draft. There's nothing dark about it. It's just cold air. Now stop being weird and wash your hands already. Everyone's waiting on you. Return to the door. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh, no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning under watchful eyes, allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. But what is it? Oh. This is awkward. This is weird. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight, as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far end of the table, her features silhouetted against the lights of the setting sun in the window behind her. Given her protectiveness towards Reese, you find it odd that he's seated between the two of you rather than the other way around. It's almost as though she's guarded, not only towards you and Stella and Kanika, but towards her son as well. Pills. She slides a few on the table towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Ooh, I so bad want to say this. Okay. I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. It turns out the mom had been poisoning her kid for 18 years. The dinner table goes quiet. Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too. Wild stuff. Is that so? The silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Aside from Reese's mom staring you down the table, nobody is making eye contact with anyone else. The danger. Has anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? HIPAA, but she's not gonna say. I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. Are you sure? Not even a little bit? It could help our investigation into the strange goings-on. It's not like you have to name any names. Investigation into what? The mind collapse? I think this is best left to the professional, Stella, not someone who runs around in the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down the mines last night that I struggled to explain. Maybe if we knew if there were any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could just rule it out as a gas leak, but you were in an abandoned mine. The chances of you huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that and treat it as an accident. Not like some kind of mystery to unravel. I feel uncomfy, so we're just gonna be silent. Because I don't feel like we're going to get anything from her that's going to be of any sort of substantial anything. So I was wondering if maybe I could watch a movie sometime this week while Kenz is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle the movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in a basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for goodness sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends of... Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain, wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix... Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Dang it, I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house, please. Just leave us. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that. And he knows too. But all and any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. He seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves, and I can assure you that right now he's very much not fine. Now leave. I was hoping she would, like, go so that we could go back to that door, but didn't quite work out. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Oh. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your face. The click of the lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? Oh, yeah. If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's just horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid and for so long? No, there's no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched and definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. The door to the clinic feels like it had the same pull on me as the craving in the mines. Do you think there's something back there? Oh, I didn't mention it last night, but when I saw that carving, it gave me a vision of what happened to the old collapse. And there's another of those things in there. I can feel it. Dude, being mystical was a good choice. Whoa, really? Do you think it would give you another vision? What if it's related to the ditchlings? You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Ken's got. Do you Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? She never turned her back towards him. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on. And she has every right to be... I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. Yeah, but if she was being overprotective, she'd have sat between us and him. She had her back to the window. That's interesting. If anyone should be afraid of anyone in that house, Reese should be afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into this too much. Dr. Kelly is good people. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick, but it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth like this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting, and we wouldn't want to miss a second of the ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Oh, lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in the small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. All right, guys, we're going to stop here. We will continue chapter 3 next time. Thank you guys so much for joining me. There's a lot going on. I feel like this game is kind of a slow burn. In terms of getting those plot twists and things like that. And sorry, I just noticed, is there a dog on the roof? Or is that the mayor on the roof? Right, my hand won't go far up enough. Can't tell if that's like the top of a chimney or if that's the dog. Anyway. Thank you guys so much for joining. Yeah, slow burn. Oh my gosh, I just noticed too, Wayne is right there in the window. You guys, there's so much going. Oh my gosh, and there are ditchlings between the miners' legs. Hang on, what else is hiding? Oh, there's also a ditchling over in the bush over there. Goodness gracious. Things are going to happen, you guys. Things are going to happen in part 2 of chapter 3. So definitely come join us. Thank you guys so much. I have a feeling something strange is going to happen and exciting. So thank you guys. I always enjoy hanging out. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.